Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing chickpea guacamole. This is going to be an awesome, really healthy dish. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. And this is probably going to be one of the healthiest, most tastiest thing. And best of all, if you suffer from pretty much any ailment, this is the best way to deal with it. So Amy, take her away. Let's see, what's this taste?
Has a lot of flavor. It tastes really good.
So it tastes somewhat filling?
Yep.
Perfect. So please stay tuned and you'll see the rest of it. Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. This is Chef Poul, and with me is the ever Franklin and smelly Chef Amy.
Hi.
Who is, by the way, losing her pole. Join us on our WhatsApp to figure that out. It's pretty serious. Today we're going to make a very healthy, very unique and different salsa kind of. It's more of a guacamole. But we're going to use some chickpeas, which are extremely good for somebody who suffers from iron.
Low iron.
Low iron, diabetes, and anything else. So it's really good. Also, I've had a few people say, you know, like, Poul, I really don't like having to deal with avocado because avocado is kind of hard to deal with, and it's really not. So, number one, you want to make sure that it ripens to about this, not when it's green. When it's green, it's going to be really, really hard to deal with. And we're just going to slice down the middle. Ooh, that was easy. And I'm going to put this right into the top of a blender. Well, into blender. And Amy will like this a lot because there's not a whole lot to cook. And when I say there's not a whole lot to cook, there's like nothing to cook. And just take a spoon, get rid of the pit, and just basically do this.
It's very easy when it's ripe.
And since this is going into the blender, it's that much easier. You know, you just got this, I don't know, this little pit right there.
Which came out easy.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much effort at all. You want to clean that off because, I mean, you don't want to waste your food. And that's it. I mean, how simple is that? So take your time with it. It's not hard. It really isn't. It's a little messy. I mean, you're probably going to want to wash your hands every now and again because, but it, you know, does need to get done. But I'm going to take a bag, and I may have to put this through the blender and more than one thing, and that's perfectly fine. I'll do one more with you, and then I'll save you the aggravation of watching me go through a whole lot of avocado. But see, the spoon goes right into it.
And comes right out.
It's that simple.
Easy peasy.
So when you go and buy ingredients, two things I'm going to recommend you have: a food processor and a blender. You don't want to trust your blender to handle everything because it's not necessarily going to have the best results. Another thing you can do, especially when it's smaller, sometimes you can take a knife and do it that way, right? Things like onion, you want to put through the food processor, and you'll see me. And before we take a little break. Well, you take a little break from having to watch me do this to all. Chickpeas are something we should all have in our diet. They're extremely healthy. They're extremely good for you. And, you know, look them up. And, you know, if you suffer from something, then, you know, ask Google, like, is this good for whatever you're going through? One of the main reasons that Amy and I had our blood sugar come down is strictly because of chickpeas. So last one here, and then we're going to take a little break. You're going to take a little break. I might make Amy do this, and I might take a break. What do you think, Amy?
Sure.
I love my wife. See, just as easy as that. So take some time and just clean your mess up, and when you're done, when we're done, we'll come back and we'll continue. Alright, so we're back. So we got our avocado in here. It's nice and it's soft, so it's not like it's going to be a huge chore to get to go down. This is one recipe that you don't have to worry about sugar because, well, guess what? You don't need to add any. Simple as that. And talking about chickpeas, Amy and I are going to do a lot of different brainstorming today about what we're going to cook with them. We got a big bag in there, and you get a big bag of chickpeas, and you can soak them for about overnight, 24 hours for the best. Then you can use them for a lot of things. Where Amy has such a big mouth and likes to eat non-stop.
No.
But like most human beings, she does like to eat a lot. I mean, you can joke about it and say, oh, my wife likes to do this or that, but, you know, we all like to pig out. It is what it is. But you can roast them and put a whole bunch of different spices on them. Cinnamon, chili, you know, a lot of different things. Now, we got the avocado in here, and that's going to make things a little bit challenging to put everything in one giant blend and just blend everything together. That's not going to happen. So we're going to have to put everything into a little a big bowl.
Which we have right there.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to put this into food processor. And we're going to process until that's literally as fine as you're going to get it. And I'm going to put one more thing in here, and that's going to be our cilantro.
Peppers?
No, cilantro. Now with the food processor, you really have to be careful because we told this to our roommate when we moved in because, well, if you never used one before, then you really don't know what to expect. And we've given this warning to a friend of ours before, and she didn't listen. Do you remember what happened, Amy?
She almost cut her finger off, I think.
Yeah, she had to go to the hospital. It was pretty gnarly.
Like, that thing is sharp.
Like, don't put that right into the sink and then think that you're going to think that you're just going to wash it in the bottom because someone comes out and puts their hand in. Oh yeah, they're really going to cut their finger off. Of course, the one thing that I want. So, back. I'm going to pour some lime juice in there because
lime goes good with it.
It does. Lime goes good with a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
Got a bunch of cilantro.
Look at that.
Give that a little smell, Amy.
Mmm.
No, co-fan, this might be a good opportunity to put some habaneros in this. Habaneros will definitely give it a lot of good spice, but it will add a lot of flavor to it. Adding spice just to make something hot is kind of silly. You really shouldn't do that. It's not going to be good for it. It doesn't even add anything to it. Don't need to wash that all the time because the flavors are all going to mesh together anyway, so it's not really that important.
Garlic and
ginger. So I'm going to put a big, really big spoonful of garlic ginger in there. Don't worry if you think it might be too garlicky, it's not a big deal. There's going to be a lot more going into this. And this is green Mexican sauce. It is a hot sauce, but it's not overtly extremely hot. It's kind of a mild thing. So it's not terrible. So I'm going to pull this out here. And I'm going to plug this in, because of course it ain't going to work if you don't. Amy learned that lesson this morning.
No, I didn't use it this morning.
Now, it's going to get loud, but we want to make sure that we're getting this as smooth as we can. So might take a little time here, so I think we're going to go puree.
I think it needs some liquid.
It does have liquid. Amy's favorite implement when she's upset with me. Well, since this is going to be going
into that anyway, I think that will help.
And this is basically a spaghetti sauce, which is a tomato paste. So rather than cutting up a bunch of tomato and making it do a whole bunch of really whack things, you know.
And it's flavored. It has sausage, pepper, and onion in it. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, it is an improvement, but after this is going to, everything that's going through the food processor, we're just going to mix it into, we're just going to use the food processor and dump it into the actual mix itself from now on. But avocado is a little bit odd, so I want to make sure that.
Well, I think if you get the spaghetti sauce down, it should help it to blend better.
Sometimes if you have a really large food processor, it works better too.
Yeah. But ours is tiny.
Okay, that's going to have to be enough, and it's not going to do much better than this.
We'll just mix it in the bowl then.
And anything that needs to go back through the food processor,
we'll do that.
We'll go into the food processor.
Yeah.
But you can see how everything from the avocado here is coming out nice and smooth. I find going to a nice flavored spaghetti sauce will actually give it a little bit nicer flavor, and you don't have to worry about it so much, but
it blended most of it. It just needs to be mixed.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment and just make sure that if there is anything too salt in here that we take it out, and actually I think it got it all.
I think it did.
No, it didn't.
No. One piece is pretty good. Oh.
Okay, 2 pieces.
That's not bad.
No, not at all. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start putting chickpeas in here. Just be careful because it can get messy. And there's a lot of chickpeas. And you know what? I swear by these things. They're really good.
They're really healthy.
Every now and again, just take a spoon and put it down. Now I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to just give this a good little rinse off.
You're not using all the chickpeas?
Oh, I am. But I just want to rinse this all off.
Ah.
Doesn't have to be fully cleaned or anything like that, but...
No, I'll do that after.
We're not really choose that yet. Sometime I'm going to try to invent a, when I'm in the mood to do it, of course, I'm going to try to make a recipe for chickpea peanut butter. Okay, so I had to make 2 goes with that. Now we want to go off and give this a good little mixture. And we're actually almost done.
We only have to add the green pepper, right?
That's sweet pepper, actually. A few more things. We need to put more tomato sauce in there. Traditionally, when we're making guacamole, it's only 3 things. It's not a whole lot. I also want to add some spice to it, too. We're not done yet.
We're getting there, though. Garbage.
Yeah. Food processor is almost done. So it's this, the rest of spaghetti sauce and spices. Of course, I have to do this once every show. It happens. Amy does this like once a day, so I only do this once a week, so you know, who's worse? It's done. Adding some sweet pepper to it is great because it does give it some extra flavor and everything else. Edge of the sink that Amy's not showing.
Oh yeah, for the blade.
Edge of the sink.
Yeah.
Always edge of the sink. Never, ever, ever. Now when we're adding sweet pepper, it does give a little extra flavor to it. So you don't need sugar. You really, really don't. Like, adding sugar to things is just ridiculous. You do not need it. You do not even need salt. Now, I'm not even going to add a whole lot to this. I'm going to add some tajin. If you like anything Mexican, you need to learn to get this. This is really good. And this is the only two things I'm adding.
Pepper.
And I'm gonna just add a little bit more lime to it. I didn't add very much. Another sprinkle should be good enough.
And the rest of the tomato sauce.
And that's it. I mean, we're done. Other than having to take a few minutes and actually stir everything together. Now, if you're living with somebody else, i.e. your wife, you want to get 2 big containers and you want to separate this, you know, preferably covered. So you know where yours is and she knows where hers is, and she's got no excuse to go without it. She eats hers in one fell swoop and you save yours for the week. No, you do not have to share any more of yours, even though she's going to try to force it. Well, it's going to be bad that way. Give it a good stir in. Yeah, I probably used just a bit too much tomato sauce, and that's fine. You want to do a little bit better, you might go get another avocado or 2. But it's not always the easiest thing to do, simply because, well, guess what? If you do that, then you're more likely going to have to wait a couple days to finish because the avocados have to ripen.
Yeah. That took about 3 days for our bag to ripen.
Yeah, so, I mean, don't buy them the day you want them. Buy them a couple days before you need them. Because they do need time to ripen. So, if you haven't done it yet, please hit the like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a guacamole chickpea salsa mix. Chickpeas are incredibly healthy. They're good for you. Anybody with any health ailments will always specialize from it. And here's a little bit of what we made. And Amy's going to take some chips and she's going to try her out. How's it taste?
Hot.
Hot?
Yeah.
Probably just
Flavorful though. Very flavorful. Mmm.
really good.
Mmm.
Well, Amy's munching away. What we didn't mention was Amy took the Reaper 51 challenge. Not that she was aware she was going to take it.
You put him.
Hottest pepper in the world, baby.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. Mmm.
Really good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't put that in with the rest of this. But so stay tuned for the guacamole, and please hit the like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you soon.